Hello and welcome to the ScrapbookPal channel. This is Shanna and today we're going to be working with a new Spellbinders collection. It is from Tierney Cockburn and it is part of the Serenity Garden collection dies. I am showing you the Tassel Flower dies and Ladybugs set, and I'm also showing you the 3D embossing folder that's called Ode to a Poet. Now there are a couple other pieces that go along with the collection. The Poetic Foliage dies and the Astrantia die set. And this, I'm showing you, you could do a full panel or you can do just an A2 size panel. You can make a large card like a 5x7 or you can make an A2. If you do a full half sheet of cardstock, you can actually get 2 landscape panels out of that, and I'll show you that here on the video. So I've taken this green sheet and it's just a half a sheet of cardstock, and I've embossed the whole thing, and now I've got 2 landscape panels that I could create 2 landscape cards with. In addition to that, you can create a portrait style card if you turn it in the other direction, like I've done with this alabaster card here. So we're going to work with a green one today, but I wanted to show you how you could utilize that 3D embossing folder for some different options. Now this is our tassel flower assembled, and I've got several of them assembled, but we are going to assemble one on the video because it is a little bit of work to assemble them. And I've worked with Tierney Cockburn flowers a lot, so I've got a little bit of experience in how to assemble things like this, so I'm going to just show you quite quickly. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit because there is quite a bit of assemblage. So I'm going to lay them all out here. There are 3 sizes of layers, the floral layers, and I'm going to just lay them out just so you can see what you need. So for the larger layer you need 4, and it is indicated on the die that you need 4 of the large ones, 3 of the mediums, and 2 of the small, and then you need the center, and that will create a flower just like this, and it's gorgeous. Now, they create these dies. These florals are very wispy, and they're very thin petals, and because they can't, to make the dies not so fussy, they make them wider, and then you just take your scissors and snip. Now I'm showing you, you can layer those up. They pulled apart. I'll go ahead and cut them singly, but I'll show you. You can layer several of them up and snip them at the same time, and that will save time for you. What I'm doing is I'm just going right in the middle of the notch. They've given you a notch there, and I'm just snipping right down that notch. Now this isn't too challenging at all. It's, takes a little time unless you do layer them up to cut them. If you layer them, you can cut several of them at once if you've got some good scissors. So I've got some good scissors here, and I'm just going to take these other ones and just layer them up, and then I'll snip them to where we have the thinner petals. So I'm just going to line them up and just give them a snip, and I'm just going to pinch them together so that they stay lined up, and just cut through all of those is what you're going to want to do. So we'll just twist it and just cut through, and there we go. And that just creates more petals, and they're thinner and they look more like the tassel flower when you do that. So the next, what I would do with that is I just brought in a paintbrush. Now there are tools you can buy for floral making. I work with Tierney Cockburn's flowers all the time. I don't have the tools. I use things in my stash that I have. This is a paintbrush. I'm just using it to curl. You could use a pen, you could use a pencil, you could use whatever you have in your craft room to roll them. And then I'm just poking it. A lot of times I'll bring in my Cricut stylus to help create the cup, which is what I'm doing with that. When I poke it in the middle, I'm creating a cup. So I'm just going to roll all of these in and curl them, and then we'll cup them, and then we'll start layering them. I'm going to speed this up, and then we'll slow down when we come back into the small ones, because we're going to do the smallest ones just a little bit differently. So just using that paintbrush to just cup it, you could use your stylus, and then you just layer them all inside each other. So this is going to go a lot faster, but I'm basically doing the same thing with all of the pieces. And you can see I'm just rolling them around that paintbrush. I want to roll them down because I'm going to pinch them together and cup them really tight, and then it'll just give it that nice little layer. So this is the second size, the medium size, and I'm doing the same thing with them, and I'm just cupping them and then placing them inside the floral, just one right after the other. Now I'm going to slow it back down, and I'm going to do this a little differently. Now for these, I'm just going to cut them around just like we did the other ones, and then I'll just cup them. I'm not going to roll them, because when it gets to the center of the flower, I want them to more stand up than to roll, bend down. And so we're just going to clip these, and then we'll just cup them like we did the others. And you just have 2 pieces for this. Now I've chosen 2 different colors of cardstock just so that we'd have some variation of color in our tassel flower. And I think it looks nice, but you can do them any color. I did another video with these, and I did them in some red tones, and it was quite pretty. So I'm just going to cup it around my paintbrush end, and you could, like I said, you could use a pencil or a pen, whatever you've got, and just create a nice little cup. And then that stands these petals up and doesn't curl them down like the other ones. Now the stamen, or the center piece of we're going to cut these as well. So I've got my scissors and I'm just cutting them just so I have wispy little pieces instead of those broader pieces. And then I'm going to bring in my glue press and get a little glue on here. And then I'm going to grab my tweezers. I'm going to use 2 tweezers here because I'm going to use my Spellbinders tweezers that are part of the Crafty Tool set. I think you can pick them up at the shop here, and just roll them if I can get a hold of it, and just roll them around and get them. You're just going to roll this in tight, and so you just roll this in if I get a hold of it, and we'll just roll it around there, and you're just kind of creating like a little cone of those. And then it's good to bring in your reverse tweezers and just clip it shut and lay that aside and let that dry. Now I'm kind of phalanging out my little pieces so that they'll flare out. And now we're ready to just get gluing. And what I do with this is I just kind of cup it with my fingers, and I just put a good amount of glue in there, and then just press the next one in, and then continue adding glue and adding your layers. And I will just continue to do that, sped it up because it is repetitive, and I'm just tucking, gluing, and tucking, and just getting all of our layers added in there. And then we're going to bring in our small pieces, and I'm using my paintbrush in to just get those set in there nicely. I want to get them in the center and just kind of line them up and just press. And I'm cupping it even a little more and just kind of squeezing it in. And then we will put another dab of glue in, and we're going to bring that stamen, that center piece that we've got on our tweezers, and we're just going to stand it up inside of our floral. And it will make a nice little center element to our flower. I'm trying to get it positioned exactly like I want it. And there we go. And then you can just move your little pieces around and just make it as full as you want it. And you can, kind of separate them and just make them look really full, and just work with the little pieces to get them how you want it. But it's a very full, very detailed flower. Lots of dimension. You're going to need a box, or you're going to want to hand deliver this card because it is very dimensional. Most of the time, Susan Tierney Cochran's flowers are very dimensional. And I will tell you, a lot of times will frame them and make them as a framed art for my craft room. So I have done that in the past, and they always turn out beautiful. So I'm going to make a top folding landscape size card, because we're going to bring in one of these green panels the one that I emboss the whole sheet and cut in half. And I'm going to trim it down because I want to bring my pink back in and use a pink layer. So I'm going to make a couple different cuts on this. I'll kind of spin it around. I'm basically going to get it to 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm just looking at my design and seeing what I'm willing to cut away and what I'm not willing to cut away, and then make the decisions from that. So I'll just get it trimmed down until I have it the way I want it, and then we'll have a 3 3/4 by 5 inch panel for our floral elements to lay on. And it's really pretty because you've got that 3D embossed detail on there. Just super gorgeous. So I'm going to bring in, this is just one of the pink colors that I used in our florals, And I'm going to bring it in and I'll just glue it up and get it laid down. It's just going to create a nice little frame around our card. And we'll lay it down on our card base. Get it lined up nice and neat. And then I'm just going to take my panel and just glue it straight down on there. We've got all that nice 3D embossed detail. And I think this light green really makes the pink pop off of it. So I think it was a fun choice. So I'll get some glue on there. We'll get it lined up, get it laid down on there. We've got a nice little frame around our card. And look at that detail, isn't that pretty? Just in and of itself, you've got some great detail on there. So I have got my stems and I've got my leaves, and I have 4 flowers because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do 3 or 4. When I did the last one, I did actually used 4 of them, but for this one, we're just going to use the 3. And I've got options, so that we've got variation of color in it. Now, if you want to show the stems, the top part of the stems, you can do it like this. You're going to pinch your flower pretty tight, and then you're going to cup your stem around there. I'm going to wind up using the middle for this, but I'm just showing you how you could do it. So I've decided I want my cupped one to be in the middle, and I'm going to lay that one flat. So I'm just going to take and give it a good pinch. And this would be like you're looking kind of at the side view of this flower and not the top view. And I'm just going to do one of them this way, but I wanted to just kind of show you. And then you just kind of pinch your leafy part, you know, the base of the flower up against where you've pinched that. And that way you can see that kind of green cup that the floral goes in. And then you can kind of bend your leaves, your petals back if you want to bend it back. But I just wanted to show you how you can show that, because she does show on the packaging the floral stems on there. And so I'm just going to do that one like it. And then the others we're just going to lay on top of the stems. You don't necessarily need to do it with all 3 of them. On my other card I made, I did do it that way, but I thought we'd just do it a little different here and just kind of press around there and just show how that stem would work, just to show you how to assemble it. So you just have to kind of cup that green part around your floral base, and then you can show the stem. So I just put a little glue down on there. I'm going to get it positioned, and I positioned it to where you could see that frame, a lot of that frame that is on the 3D embossed panel. And then I'm just going to tuck this other one in, and we'll bring this one in. I'm going to play around with them for sizing. I think that one fits better, so I'll just put a good amount of glue on the base of this flower. Want to have plenty of adherence so that my floral will stay on there, and just give it a press and get it tucked in. And so I'm liking the other one. I'm liking the lighter. So I'm going to pull that one in and just bring it in, and we'll add some glue to it, and we'll get it laid down on there. And we're just going to have our 3 flowers. I'm just kind of laying them on those bases, and you don't necessarily need to see them. And then just kind of arranging my floral elements, you know, my petals, to where they're positioned how I want them, and it's good and full. And then we've got some leaves, and for the leaves you can just use your tweezers and just kind of bend them to where you've got some dimension in them, and you'll have, you know, you can glue one side down and have the other side pop up. And I think you want dimension with your leaves because you have so much dimension with your floral elements. So I'll just glue one side and let the other side pop up, and then I'll bring in one of the bigger leaves, and we're going to do much of the same thing. Just take the tweezers and just curl them around there and bend that side up, and then we'll glue one side down and have the other side popped up. Just going to use 2 of the leaves. I did die cut out 4. I had some extra pieces. I always die cut out extra just so I make sure I have everything I need when I'm making my videos, but we'll just give it a little press, and we've got our flowers on there. So we'll move the other pieces aside, and we've got lots of dimension. Like I said, you would need to create a box for this. Now I don't have a sentiment for it, so I'm going to bring in this Hello, and this is a die set that you can also pick up in the shop. It's the Hero Arts Hello Friend die set. And I recently picked this up in the ScrapbookPal shop, and you can get it there. And I just brought my 2 collars back in and just created a sentiment. And we're just going to get this laid down on here. And this is just a friendly hello card. And I think it looks gorgeous. And you could certainly put this in a frame and use it as decor. I think it's really cute. I had some gems that were the same color, and so I just stuck one up there just to add a little pink, little pop of pink there. So that'll finish up our card. I hope you like it. If you do, consider hitting the like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you can see all of the inspiration that the designers provide.